Oh, shit, I need a Christmas special. Give me a second. Brosifs, it's time for Xmas. Okay, what should I do for my Xmas fuck it, I'm not doing the fresh thing. Okay, what should I do for my Xmas special? I got it. Weird Christmas movies of my childhood. Starting with The Santa Claus. So the plot of this movie is basically that Tim Allen, the guy who plays Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story, is going through a divorce. And so he will end up having to take the kid half of the time and his ex-wife the other half. And of course, halfway through the first night with the kid, he sort of just becomes Santa Claus due to contract or a legal clause. Yeah, the name of the movie's a pun. So how this happens is Santa Claus is on the roof, yet somehow the two of them are both awake for this, so they run outside, and the kid's like, oh, it's Santa, but Tim Allen's like, sure it is, and then he screams at him, hey, causing Santa Claus to fall off the roof, then fading into nothing. So, Tim Allen tries to figure out what the hell happened, because the guy just disappeared after he looked away, leaving nothing but the clothes. He then pulls out the card from the jacket, a card in the jacket, that says, if I die, put on the coat, pants, and hat, and my reindeer will know what to do if you sit in the sleigh. So he and the kid sit in the sleigh, and they deliver all the presents. Then he says, okay, reindeer, take us home. And then the reindeer take him all the way back to the North Pole instead of their house. Then all the elves seem to not really care that the old Santa is dead. Holy hell. But anyway, you get the point. New Santa, right? But he finds it weird. He wakes up the next morning back at home, and all of a sudden, he is just back at home when he wakes up, right? And it's like nothing ever happened. Of course, back when he was having that dream, back when he was in the North Pole, they showed him that on the card. If you look real close, the fine print said that now he is Santa Claus forever. Hence why he's regarding this as a dream. But of course, slowly over time, he starts getting fatter quicker than he should, craving milk and cookies, starts growing a white bushy beard, his hair graying. No matter how much he tries to stop, it keeps coming. He goes to a doctor and he's like, I shave in the morning and in the afternoon I look like this, showing that he has a beard. And eventually he starts naturally wearing red. They eventually send him the nice and naughty list for him to check, with a note saying, check it twice. His wife is starting to believe he's going insane. And then he gets kidnapped by the elves to be Santa Claus that Christmas. And he takes it at this point. He's probably gone nuts at this point, but hey, he goes along with it. And, it turns out that now that he's Santa Claus, and people think he's insane, and he's been seen breaking into houses, he's gonna get arrested. So they arrest him, and they're like, what's your name? And he says a bunch of different names for Santa all over the world. They free him. He's found out to be the real Santa Claus. He leaves. And, that's the plot of the first movie. There's two more movies, but I'm not getting into that, because I want to talk about more than just this franchise of Christmas movies from Disney. Moving on. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Jim Carrey playing the Grinch himself. Of course, this movie is hated by many who love the original Rankin Bass special, and the 3D one doesn't even exist. I mean, that's not the Grinch, that's some guy named Jim. We'll go with Jim. That guy's Jim. But anyway, enough about Jim. We're not talking about him. We're talking about the good old Jim Carrey movie from my childhood. Yep, this is the one I grew up with, and I love it. Jim Carrey's zaniness just flows well with this more manic version of the character. A lot of people don't like the fact that they changed it so that the Who's are now, have lost the meaning of Christmas themselves. But I think that just accentuates the role of Cindy Lou, who's supposed to be, the innocence of Christmas and all that in one person. But I'm pretty sure all the Who's fill that role in the Rankin Bass special. So having it so that she's the only one of the Who's and the rest of them are just rampant consumers, showing the Grinch that he's right and giving him the reason to believe it in the first place. But then having her turn the whole town back around at the end, allowing the big revelation, I think it works better. Also, the Grinch being a scheming, conniving villain just works well, Especially when it's done by a manic madman like Jim Carrey, whose improv skills have genuinely driven people to the brink of madness because of their fear when they think he's actually gone insane, not knowing that he's just ad-libbing. I love this man's acting to death, and I know what you're saying. You only like this movie because of nostalgia reasons. And let me just say, yes, but that's not going to stop me from saying that I love this movie to death. It's a great Christmas movie. Get over it. Everyone always seems to think that there aren't really any Halloween movies. Sure, there's the Halloween specials of TV shows, and we have horror movies, but no, there aren't any Halloween movies. Well, you're all wrong, and here's why. A lot of people seem to confuse one movie for a Christmas movie. And yes, Christmas is the one in the title, and yes, technically it takes place during Christmas, but god damn it, the location throughout most of the movie is a place themed around Halloween. And no, we're not talking about the movie. We're not counting that movie all about a place about Halloween as a Halloween movie, because it doesn't exist. No, we're talking about the movie everyone assumes is a Christmas movie. That's right, we're talking about The Nightmare Before Christmas by Tim Burton. Well, technically it was mostly other people, but he had a lot of the main ideas before the movie was even greenlit, so we're counting it. Anywho, we don't actually have much time left on this video. Before I even got to this segment, we were around 7 minutes. And I am obligated legally by a certain person to not go to an hour. So this last bit will kind of be an end card. But in the spirit of Christmas and the fact that I really love this movie, I decided to put in the extra effort of going to create a Jack Skellington-themed skin. And if you wanted me to mess around and remove time from the other movies, I can't do that. You wouldn't really understand what the hell I'm talking about with the Santa Claus without a plot description, and I didn't plot describe The Grinch due to the fact that everyone knows that story. Also, I needed the time there because, hell, I wanted to talk about Jim Carrey a little, so sue me. But now to show this movie some love, go watch it, please. After this, maybe around Halloween or Christmas next year, around this Christmas, I don't care. Go watch it. It's a good movie. But sadly, not much time here, so I'm just going to leave you with this costume. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. If you didn't like it, just leave a dislike. And of course, leave comments. Constructive criticism, compliments, whatever. I like interacting with people in the comments section. Oh, also, my good friend, thank you yet again for that speed paint. It's the first video on your channel. I feel like I'm going to be thanking you for that a few times. Maybe this will be the last one, I don't know. But I bring it up because, hey, you like drawing my alternate costumes. Since this Jack costume didn't get any mileage, I'm probably going to use it more often. Probably going to give Nightmare Before Christmas its own video at some point, just because it's really cool, if I just decide to. But hey, in the end, just saying hi. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye. Da 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 da